Talk it, Brandon. Aiyuk. And
man, what's up, everybody? I had a great Father's Day. And before I lay down and go to bed tonight, I just wanted to say, go Commanders! Go Commanders, man. Go Commanders. Raise hell, man. Take command. Fuck you talking about?
Well, that's the energy play of the day. I got to give it to him. New media, new player, new ways to get things done, right? Like back in the days, you know the old way when they had general managers that actually worked and the general managers made sure that everybody stayed still. That was the job of the general manager in the 70s, 80s and all that. And look, they had the NFL and NBA supporting them because they didn't have free agency like they do now and no plan B and all that kind of stuff. We ain't talking about your lady. We saying, dog, just keep these damn players together. Keep Magic with Kareem and Worthy and Scott. Good Lord. And Cooper. And then all of a sudden players start saying, nah, dog, we can do what we want to do. And you know what happens. And we get to that point where today we're talking about Giannis Antetokounmpo going somewhere else. Now, happened in the NFL, same thing. Keep them all together. Look at them Dallas Cowboys teams. Look at them San Francisco 49ers teams in the 80s and 90s. Man, they were loaded. Nobody going nowhere. Then Reggie White said, enough of this. And then they start going where they got to go. Reggie White went from Philly, Green Bay, etc. Now, we get to this moment and Brandon Aiyuk is like, look, can I go where I want to go? And we thought he was psycho. They played the Kanye card, or maybe we played the Kanye card. They're like, you went crazy. The only reason you're going to act like this on video is you're going crazy. In actuality, some people are defending it. Some people are saying, hey, I see the genius in it. Real spit. Let's hear it.
I ain't gonna lie, he's became my favorite wide receiver. Yeah, yup. I like it, man. Hey, it's time to fight back. Don't let these ownerships, man, just try to own you. Them days is over with. So if you want to move and go to a different team, why not? Let's go Commanders. I like it. Just because, look, man, things didn't work out in San Francisco.
Why, though? Nothing works out if you don't work out, right? You got to do your part, right? When they say nothing gets done if you ain't doing the doing. You got to do the do.
Really good coach, really good organization, but it didn't work out. So let me leave. He lost money. He didn't make the money he's supposed to make because whatever happened, okay. And I always say this about people. Don't judge somebody until you know what they really got going on. Why do you say that? Well,
No. I'm going to judge you even if I don't know what you got going on. If you're running down the street butt naked, I'm judging you. I know you probably got some problems. I'm still judging you. What's wrong? Like, come on, man. Look, I think we are still an action result-based society, and I like it that way because we all are dealing with something. We all are juggling some water in our hand, right? Some of it's going to get slapped through and go sneak through the fingers. Some of it's going to spill, and some of it we're going to keep, and we're going to drink and nourish ourselves. Like, we all got stuff to deal with. Different levels, I understand. But that's what levels it out. Actions. Look, you dealing with this, you dealing with this. Why are you acting like that? Some people are dealing with more and acting better than people who are dealing with less. So no, I don't agree with that.
I was judging Kyrie Irving because he was supposed to play for the Nets, and he didn't play not because he was hurt or something was going on. It was stuff that was outside of basketball with dealing with other black people that had a lot going on, social justice. Yeah. And he said, I'm not playing. And I was like, yo, this dude's tripping. But then I had a chance to meet with him, and we met and we talked. And what he taught me was, Shady, I really believe in this. And what I believe in, I'm going to go all the way out for it. I'm going to go all the way out for it so much that I'm going to lose millions in the course of doing it because I believe in it. Same thing with Muhammad Ali.
Not the same, but I understand what you're saying. Somebody who's principle-based, and they say, look, I care more about the principle with the L-E than the one with the A-L. I understand that. I'm not built that way. Because I think I can do both things. I think I can do all things. I'm just that type of person, no matter what those situations are. If I have a death in the family, right, and this has happened, Brett Favre game or something like that. If I have a death in the family, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to play. I'm going to do what I got to do. Because even in death, you're reminded that you have to live. Now, I had to learn that the hard way when my mom did die, and I had those fleeting thoughts of like, yo, I'm about to shut down life. Man, why am I living? I wasn't suicidal because it was my mother, right? And it's still part of the natural progression. As painful as it is, mom and dad's supposed to go before you, right? So I was like, but I wasn't suicidal. Now, if you talk about my itty bitties, I don't even want to go no more. Like, that's a whole different conversation. But the point is, I'm going to work. I'm going to do what I got to do. That's me, and I know I'm not alone. But also, Shady, what you're saying, those people are not alone. I'm so into this, I can't do nothing else. I give it to you at the end of this video what focus is as a coach broke it down to me.
People say they want, but, yo, if it's right or wrong, but for him, he believes in whatever he believes in with his religion, that, yo, I'm fighting for that. And I'm going to jeopardize me losing my license to box or my money. I'm going to do that. So what I'm saying is, if he is that focus on throwing shots at the Niners to go to Washington play, it's something there that happened to him that for him, it's a big reason why, and I'm leaving. So I don't mind it. And the way he might go about it might be different than the way we might go about it.
Blah, blah, blah. Break this down. Oh, love it. Love it. My 2 cents is this. Don't always assume that there must be something of why somebody set trips and somebody just acts up. Don't act like you ain't never been around somebody who is doing too much. And you're like, dog, it ain't that serious. Where does that phrase come from? It ain't that serious. Because you have seen people take it to the nth degree when you're like, dog, it ain't that serious. Sometimes it can be that. I'm not saying that's Brandon Aiyuk. Just on this show, we talk through it all. So one lane is, hey, you doing the most, dog. Where's that phrase come from? From somebody doing the most. What is road rage? Road rage is everybody doing the most. Somebody almost cut you off. That means you didn't get into an accident. That means you didn't get hurt. But you still got a response that's going to be going by them, giving them the bird, yelling, losing your mind, looking a fool, and then maybe get into another accident. But you didn't. But then that person now is mad that you took it to another level, and then they come by and they may cause an accident or worse. That has happened. Okay, so we know you don't always have a justification for doing the most. Don't say that. I've had too many teammates. I was like, dog, coach wasn't even saying that. What you mad at? So that's part one. The other part that he said that I thought was really interesting is he kept saying focus. He used that choice word a bunch. I give it to you like a coach gave it to me once. Coach said that focus is, there's an old school and a new school to all these things, especially in sports. Like back in the days, you didn't have a core. That's new school, core. We had a stomach and a back. They ain't say anything about a core in 1985. They were not saying on our football field, on our team, when we had to do sit-ups, he's like, sit down, lift your legs up, beat it. We used to have to beat our stomach. He was like, beat it, hit your stomach. You advance to the NFL, it's the 90s, 2000s, they're talking about core. Same thing with focus. Focus used to be, and remember this mindset, put one dot on the wall, that TV right there. One dot. Look at it. What is that? You eat, you sleep, you drink that one thing. Football. Football. Coach, football. And then meanwhile, coach out of shape, coach never played pro. What dot did you have up there, damn it? You didn't focus. Your fat ass over here trying to tell me what to do. You couldn't do it. That was one of the thoughts, but you respect them. All right, that was old school focus. You know what new school focus was? Coach would go like this. You see all that stuff on that wall? Them jerseys, that damn sign, that album, that book, that pickleball paddle, all that stuff. Throw it all on there. That's your life now. You a father. You a husband. You a son. You a brother. You're a member of this community. You're a teammate. You know that. You're an athlete. And he said, you know what focus is now? Focus is looking at all that stuff and knowing which one is most important and putting them all in priority. That's what focus is. And you know what? He was right. Focus ain't just one thing. Focus ain't, you don't lose your way trying to say you focus on one thing. You're gonna lose, so you're a football player. You're gonna forget you're a person. You forget you're gonna retire. You're gonna forget the game's gonna leave you. You're gonna forget you got a life to live after football. See, that's what happens to so many people. They actually live old school focus, archaic focus, and only do one thing and only lock in on one thing. All right, I ain't got no plan B. Okay, well, the world does. World got plan B. Trust me, the world, like, good for you. Like we just saw it in the NBA Finals. Everyone has a plan A. Plan A, let Victor go out there and dominate. Plan A, let Jalen Brunson go out there and dominate. Jalen Brunson ain't having the best series, but we winning. Victor is up and down, hot and cold, but we right there. What's plan B? Well, get Dylan Harper the ball more. So what's plan B? Well, let Cat facilitate. Come on, y'all. Y'all forgetting. Boy, that's life. You go up in there talking about I'm only going to do it one way and only one way. Okay. You're going to take it one way. Your ass ain't coming back. Keep going, Colin. What's going on with the 49ers? I need to know. Colin Cowherd going to break it down for me. You know that West Coast.
So the Niners have done this thing where I just don't get it. They're really old and really expensive and really brittle. And an issue is that is hard in pro sports.
You think?
Older players get hurt more often and take longer to recover. And in football, you're getting tackled.
And the older you get, not scared, just a little more sensitive to those hits. So that means you start to pick your spots. So not only am I old, brittle, maybe a step slower, but I also ain't engaging in that fire like I used to. Let's just say that.
There's a regulated level of violence. So I don't really buy, over the last several years, the Rams and the Seahawks to me feel like young, athletic. They've moved off needy players. But yet the Niners, again this offseason, they go get Mike Evans and Dre Greenlaw. Older players who have had injuries. They paid Trent Williams and Christian McCaffrey and George Kittle and older players who have had injuries. Now, I'm not denying the greatness of the aforementioned players, but here is Kyle Juszczyk saying, I like where we are.
There's no easy games here out in the NFC West for sure. But we feel great about where our team's at. The fact that we won 13 games last season with all that we had to deal with, I think, that's easy to forget, and rightfully so. The Seahawks, they won a Super Bowl. The Rams had a great season, and they've had some great additions in the offseason. So I can understand why that is the case. But I think we feel great about where we're at, man. I love our squad.
From Harvard. Shout out to you, Shaq. Look, they're gonna make a costly mathematical equation, and it's gonna cost them logically. So when you overachieve, y'all notice this in sports and in life, when you overachieve and you're like, whoa, we did all of that with that? Oh, imagine when we get everybody back. Oh, it's over. It's a wrap. And then you literally somewhere skipped a step that is necessary, and it's the same step that you actually didn't skip when you overachieved. It happens every year. A team just is compromised, but they do a great job. Then they say everybody comes back. It's almost like a dream team, a super team. What happens? They never do it. Simple as that. So be careful, San Francisco. The way I'm hearing it from your smartest player from Harvard. And then I'm sure that's the climate right now. Everyone's thinking that, if we did this with this and we won 13, imagine this. Careful.
The Niners had a historically easy schedule last year, and all their old players are now a year older, and they doubled down on more older players, Greenlaw and Evans.
Okay, I had to stop him. He said more older, and he said their older players are now a year older. Yeah, well,
Remember, they were blown out by the Rams in November and blown out twice late in the year by the Seahawks. Non-competitive games. And I think this is the difference and why they've fallen back. The Rams, the minute they felt Jalen Ramsey was kind of doing his own thing, out.
Well, that should have been day one. He always doing his own thing. That's one thing about Jalen Ramsey, boy. He got that Deion spirit in him. Like, what you say? What's the play? Oh, I don't care. Junior Seau was the same way. Junior Seau ran a blitz every play. Dog, there's so many times when coach would call the play, and we like, all right, I got the B gap. No, I don't. So here comes Junior flaming through B gap. I'm like, dog. He like, buddy, made the play, didn't I? It's like, all right, you did. Okay, next time. All right, Blake, I got the B gap. He ain't coming before me. I'm like, oh, good. Junior finally playing discipline. I got the B gap. Good. Guess who runs down my back? Junior. Buddy, you go through there. I'm like, dog, you ain't got the B gap. Let me handle this, dog. Every play.
The minute Todd Gurley had an off year, a dip, out, Cooper Kupp, out,
Don't do that. Todd Gurley had one knee coming into the NFL. They got as much as they could out of that. Cooper Kupp always had some limits that they felt, and they were like, is he really the difference maker, especially because he was so productive and he got so much money. Sometimes they do that to you. They rob you of what you deserve just because they never believed in you in the first place. Maybe Shador, that's a dope name. He should have a baby daughter named Deshore. Anyway, Shador, if he balls out, Shador's going to suffer from that. Yeah. Oh, Jalen Hurts, even though they paying him, they still like, because they don't think you that great. Cooper Kupp, Shador, Jalen Hurts, we could keep going.
The Seahawks, DK Metcalf, getting a little loud and a little needy, gone. Tariq Woolen, a little bit of an ego, boom. Gone. Seattle and the Rams, they don't get nostalgic at all. And I don't think you can in football. I think the Niners have gotten kind of nostalgic. It's like the Deebo Samuel situation. Well, it'll work itself out. Didn't. Messi, gone. Brandon Aiyuk, well, we like him. It'll work itself out. Didn't. Gone.
You know why? In part because, look, John Lynch, former player, right? You know that. And then Shanahan, just a player-friendly coach. I think they got a little too much of the Kool-Aid of, we understand the player. So if you understand the player, then obviously it's like working in a factory and then you're like, yo, I love animals. Well, you're not going to last long here at Farmer John if you love animals because we love them too in different ways. We love to eat them and we love to make them. It's the problem.
Like sometimes the Niners – it's like one of these things in sports. The Niners sort of operate on feelings. And the Rams and the Seahawks, to me, it's all business. And when they feel it, a little too much ego, a little too much noise, just a dip in production, gone. And I know that sounds cold and heartless, but, it's kind of – when I look at the Niners, I just don't get the plan. It doesn't feel or look right. Old, brittle, and expensive do not age well in the National Football League.
Blah, 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 blah. All right, well, he got a point there, and that's one thing I love about Colin, man. He going to button it up. He going to bring you something really nice, nicely packaged, right? And that was really well packaged.